Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Episodes 21 and 22 deal with devotion. What does devotion mean? And should somebody possess something to qualify themselves to be a devotee of God? Let's see 4 instances in this episode. All of us know the famous story of Dharmavyada in the Mahabharata. A brahmachari goes into the forest, meditates, and turns out to be a tapasvi. And when a sparrow troubled him from the top of the tree from where he was doing his tapas, a mere sight at the sparrow got burnt. So the brahmachari felt that he has indeed become a complete tapasvi. Goes into the village for bhiksha, and when he was waiting at the doorsteps of a householder, when he sought for bhiksha, the lady in the house said, "Can you please wait? I am serving my husband." The man couldn't take it. He felt that how could a tapasvi be made to wait? As this thought was running in his mind, the lady gently reminded him, "Do not think that I am a sparrow whom can be burnt, which you did in the forest." The person was rattled. He immediately asked, "Mata, how do you know that I have done this?" For which the lady replied saying, "Go down further. End of the village, you will find a butcher by name Dharmavyada. He will tell you the truth." Going to a butcher to learn truth, that was what was troubling him. He still obeyed the commands of Mata and started walking down the lane and reached the end of the village and was waiting opposite to Dharmavyada's butchering shop. Dharmavyada completed all his tasks, went inside, took care of his parents, did all his duties, and finally came back and then told him duty, karma, doing one's own obligations are of paramount importance to gain any spiritual power or spiritual knowledge. That was the message given to the brahmachari. In this case, neither the mata nor the butcher strayed away from their karma, their obligations, whereas the brahmachari strayed away from his karma. Instead of protecting his parents, without taking their blessings and consent, he came to the forest to do tapas. So, is devotion based on any profession? Should you be professionally somebody to be devoted to God? God answers through this episode, no. A butcher is as much entitled then as a pandit is when it comes to devotion. 2. Can age be a factor for devotion? For which Acharyal cites the story of Dhruva. Dhruva was a 5-year-old child. What does one need at that stage as a child? Care and nurture. When he rushed to sit on the lap of his father, his stepmother threw him out and said, "You are not entitled to sit on his lap." Dhruva was so hurt that he missed out the parental care which he thought he is entitled to. Therefore, goes and engages himself into tapas. Meets sage Narada. Narada initiates him on the mantra, which by absolute focus, concentration and meditation, Narayana appears before him. Narayana gifted him saying that you shall end up becoming a king and finally a pole star in the Akasha. So, age is no criteria for devotion. Third, should you be a scholar to be a devotee? For which Acharyal cites the story of Gajendra. Gajendra Moksham is a very important chapter in Bhagavatam and is prescribed that one who reads early in the morning will face no difficulties and will have the strength and grit to face any real life situations. Now, Gajendra was an elephant. He went along with his family and wanted to get into the river to bathe, and a crocodile caught his feet. Gajendra shouted the name of Narayana with absolute and deep faith. God had to therefore come back because one of his child has surrendered before him, comes and bails Gajendra out of the situation, kills the crocodile. Therefore, one need not be a scholar to be a devotee of God. Fourth, should one be born in any particular caste to be a devotee of God? For which Acharyal cites the story of Vidura. Vidura Nidhi is such a celebrated text. Vidura, the minister in Hastinapura, has dished out the Vidura Nidhi, bringing out immaculate truths and dharmas. Why should a kingdom's priority should be safety and security? How one who interferes with agriculture and economics and trade needs to be dealt? How success should always be achieved through virtuous means? How prosperity should lead to doing good deeds? And how doing good deeds will lead to prosperity? How an individual should not bask on pride, on vanity, or on glory. Several aspects have been dealt by Vidura in the Vidura Nidhi. All of us know the birth of Vidura. And when Krishna goes as a diplomatic messenger to Hastinapura, Krishna chose to live in Vidura's house and took the food served by Vidura's wife. Therefore, devotion has nothing to do with one's birth. Shri Gurubhyo Namah.